Hi everybody, welcome back to Technic. I'm in Shea Sips. I've made a bit of a mess. I've made a huge mess. It works though. It's a working mess, but it's a mess nonetheless. We'll go look at the mess in a minute. Let's quickly go over here and see what I've been up to in the meantime. So quarry is still running. You should see the arm come around in a second and hopefully kill this scorpion who's in the way. I've set up some of these gold transport pipes, and as you can see the cobblestone comes out of the quarry, and then look, as soon as it hits the gold transport pipe, pew, it goes so fast. It just gives it a nice boost down the pipe network. So you don't need to put these things like back to back or anything. You just sort of dot them throughout the pipe network, and then when it reaches them, it gives them a boost and gets stuff into the chests a lot faster. So all you need for that. Redstone torch right next to it or underneath it or connected to it somehow. See, I've got one there, and I've got another redstone torch right next to it here. It's a bit messy right now, but we'll fix that up later. I built some teleporter pipes, which are just magical in themselves. They're fantastic. We'll look at those after too. But let's take a look at some of the changes that I made in the meantime. Okay, so the first thing I worked on after I finished the quarry was tidying up down here. I don't know if you remember, there's all sorts of trenches and pipes going everywhere and stuff. What I've done is I've used iron transport pipes to junction the two outputs from the engine and the module itself, so that everything will just come down, funnel into the iron transport pipe, and go down this one pipe here to this junction, which will then funnel into the main sort of pipe that goes back to underneath the tool shed. So that was fine. I just wanted to tidy it up because I had to go and take a look at it, and it was such a mess, and it made me cry. It just filled me with despair. So I thought, oh, I better go fix it. So everything is coming back to the tool shed. As it was before, with the only added change up here that we now have this transport pipe, this teleporter pipe attached to this chest, and what that's doing is it's sending back mulch. It's sending back mulch to my house, which is part of my messy system that works, which we'll look at after. I'm just going to grab a couple of peat bars here. I say a couple, I just grabbed 21, which is good. And I'm going to shove them back into this engine for the water pump, because we're not actually pumping any water at the moment. You'll probably have noticed just then as well, when we were inside the tool shed, that the water pipe has been fixed somewhat. It used to run along here and then down here. I've just made it go straight down there, and you can see it's a bit of a mess down there. Pipe's filling up with water now because the engine has been reactivated. So I made some changes down here as well, and actually these changes are not too bad. I'm just going to eat some chicken actually before I go in here, and I hope there's no monsters down here. It's quite dark. It needs to be dark for the moistener, and as you can see, it is a little bit darker. There's a bit of light coming through from the top there, but not enough to stop this thing from working. It doesn't currently have any wheat in it, which is a bit of a problem, but basically I sort of redid the pipe system down here. So we got the water pipe running along the length of the wall here, and then we've got this delivery system as well, this delivery pipe. See, it goes into this. Let me just put a torch down. It's really dark down here. We got this iron transport pipe. So this is for wheat, basically. This is all the wheat is coming down into these pipes, and it's going to go into the moistener. And I've got this this insertion pipe here too. And what the insertion pipe is going to try to do is it's going to try to put wheat into here. But if these slots are all full, say we just have wall-to-wall wheat inside the moistener, and the moistener can't accept any more wheat, the insertion pipe will just funnel it along onto this track of pipe here. So this is sort of like using an obsidian pipe to capture your overflow, but actually it just loops it back around and keeps it in the system. So there's always going to be, if we start producing way too much wheat, there's always just going to be wheat looping around here endlessly until it can actually fit into the moistener. So that works out pretty well too. Also got this powered output here for the mulch. So the mulch is going back up into that chest, as I said before, and then it's getting teleported back to the house, where I'm then using it to make ball girth, which is the new complicated system, which we're going to go look at in a minute. So that's a pretty big improvement. I mean, it's still not amazing, but it does the job. It does everything I need it to do. I'm just going to grab some more peat bars, actually, because I think we might be out of power in the wheat fields, too. So let's just go over and check that. This is probably a good time to mention my next big project. Teleportation pipes, or teleport pipes, can be used for three things, and they're part of Buildcraft as well. They can be used to transport items, they can be used to transport fluids, or they can be used to transport energy, which is fantastic. That means if I want to, I can centralize all my peat-fired engines into like a little powerhouse, and then I can pipe energy out to these teleport pipes, and then the teleport pipes can receive the energy at all of these little modules. So like, for instance, the farming module over here for wheat production, we could have a teleport pipe that comes out here, say, connect up a whole bunch of energy conductive pipes, which I have a couple, where we use the gold ones to power up the quarry, and then just connect them directly to these modules here, and then we don't need to worry about having the engines so far away from the house. We have the engines centrally. It means that we can set up a nice little slick distribution system for the peat bars. So we're producing peat bars in the peat bog, and we're sending them to the tool shed. What we can then do is teleport the peat bars back to the house, and then from the house we can distribute the peat bars to the peat-fired engines, which are going to be housed centrally in a powerhouse. How cool would that be? That'd be pretty sweet. That's what I'm going to start working on next. But for now, let's head back over to the house and let's check out this messy, disgusting system of pipes and stuff that I put together. I mean, it's not too bad. It does do the job, and we're going to then finish off the job afterwards too. I've got a whole bunch of pipes and stuff that I need in here. I think if we just grab some insertion pipes, and how about iron transport pipes, and also let's go cobblestone transport pipes, actually, because I have more of those. I got a bit of mulch in my inventory. There's a good reason for that as well, which I'll explain in a minute. But basically, the basement, which I've been working on, look at this. Oh my god, it's like Wallace and Gromit's house, or maybe Pee-wee's playhouse, depending on which side of the Atlantic you live on or grew up on. But yeah, this is a massive mess, and it's probably overcomplicated as well. But the end game for all of this is that we've got it hooked up to this Carpenter, which is part of the forestry mod, and the Carpenter is making bog earth automatically. See, it's got all the components in here. Set to make bog earth. It needs some water, so I've had to run a water pipe all the way along under the ground here, which we can replace, as I said, with teleport pipes. We can teleport fluid over here, so we can remove. It's just under the ground here. You can see it just sort of junctions off of the pump and then runs the whole length of the compound down here, and finally connects up to the Carpenter. But it's pretty good. Keeps it all full up. It needs the water. And as we can see here, this recipe isn't something that you can use in a crafting bench. It's unique to the Carpenter. We got dirt, sand, and we got mulch. Now, I don't know if you remember from the first episode when we were making bog earth. It was this exact same recipe, but we were using a bucket of water in the middle instead of the mulch. And that works fine on a crafting bench. You can make as much bog earth as you want, but it's completely manual. So anytime your peat bog runs out of bog earth, you got to come back to your house or wherever, your crafting place. You got to fill up buckets full of water, and I mean, already I'm falling asleep. That's so boring. I don't want to do that. But with this, we've got all the components we need. We've got mulch coming out of the moistener because of all the decaying wheat that we're pumping into it, which is all hooked up via the pipes now, which I just showed you. Sand and dirt, which we can come by very easily. I mean, we're pumping it all out of the quarry. As you can see, there's cobblestone and sand or not sand, actually. There's no sand in the network now. Actually, I need to make some more sand. But there's tons of dirt. Look at all the friggin' dirt. Jesus Christ. So we've got these teleport pipes. This teleport pipe is actually taking the bog earth and sending it over to the peat bog, which is quite good. This teleport pipe is what's hooked up to the tool shed, and which is bringing in the mulch at the moment. So the mulch is going into this chest, as you can see, and so is the dirt. And we got some ores and stuff in here as well. When I first started setting this up, I was actually starting to sort through my ores and my dirts and all that kind of stuff and send them off to other chests. See, we got some diamonds, some lapis, uranium, all sorts of stuff that comes out of the quarry. That's all being filtered off. I've also set up this diamond pipe here. Now, diamond pipes, you need 2 diamonds and you need oh no, sorry, it's 2 glass and a diamond, I think. Oh god, I can't even remember. But basically, these things are awesome. You can get them to sort stuff for you as they go through them. So see that you got the colors on the side. You got yellow, you got green, white, and black. If I right click on this, see, you can sort of set stuff to go down the different paths. So we've got sand and we've got dirt going down the green pipe, which goes down this way, which is fantastic. Goes into this iron transport pipe. We've got an insertion pipe here, which is trying to put the dirt and the sand into the Carpenter. And if it can't, for whatever reason, it'll just go down into this overflow down here, work its way back up to the chest here, and then output via the side here. So you got all these redstone engines powering the wooden transport, or the wooden output pipes, or whatever they're called. I've also got this obsidian pipe, unpowered, just underneath here, and this is just to catch anything. Sometimes with the insertion pipes, and I don't know if this is because I'm using just a normal insertion pipe or an advanced insertion pipe, or not an advanced insertion pipe at that. Sometimes you get some mulch flying out of the Carpenter for whatever reason. But what happens is it'll fall down into this little area here, and the obsidian pipe will pick it up and send it back into the chest. So that works out pretty well. Teleport pipes are pretty cool, actually. I'll show you how to use them now very quickly. They work on a frequency, and my god, you can have as many of these as you want, basically. There's so many different frequencies. But basically, if you right-click on the teleport pipe, you can see that one pipe is connected. So I've got an output pipe somewhere for all this stuff, and it's back at the peat bog. And you just set the frequency by using minus or plus 100, plus 10, whatever. So I've set this to frequency 1, and then the teleport pipe at the peat bog is also set to frequency 1. So automatically these 2 teleport pipes speak to each other. You can switch whether they can receive or not. So one teleport pipe is the receiver pipe. The other one is just by default the sender. So this one can't receive, which makes it the sender. The one at the peat bog can receive, which makes it the receiver. So anything that goes out of here, out of the Carpenter into this teleport pipe, will then magically appear at the peat bog from the receiver pipe, and then gets put into a chest. And that's why I grabbed those pipes before. I got some cobblestone, iron transport pipes, and insertion pipes, because we're going to hook it all up at the peat bog side. We're going to get everything that we need set up over there so that the bog earth is going into the peat bog, and that effectively automates all of our buildcraft power. So we're going to make all of these peat bars constantly, and as you saw in the tool shed, we had a ton. And once those are all built, we'll get that central powerhouse with all the peat-fired engines and a little distribution network set up so that the peat bars go out to the engines, and that should be good. We should be good for everything Buildcraft for a little while, and we can add more engines to that, and we can create another peat bog if we want to add that into the mix or whatever. And then when we start getting into some industrial craft stuff, I can just use pure industrial craft energy generation to power those machines as well. Things like the macerator, electric furnace, all that other cool junk, which I need to get set up at some point as well. So it's nighttime. I'm going to go to bed, get some sleep, and then in the morning we'll finish off the peat bog and the distribution system for the bog earth. So good night. Good morning. I had nightmares about that really ridiculous, messy pipe system down here, which I can see at all times because of this glass floor. I need to get rid of this glass floor. This is just going to stress me out no end. Okay, so I've got all the pipes that I need. I just need to build or get, if I have a spare one, a redstone engine, which I don't seem to have at the moment. No, I don't have a redstone engine. So I'm just going to build one of those very quickly, and then I'll meet you over at the peat bog. Okay. Here we are. We're in the peat bog. Everything is working. We got a couple of peat bars in these engines. Oh man, it's going to be so great when we get rid of get rid of the engines from all these modules and centralize it all. But that'll be another day. So here's the teleport pipe I was telling you about. This is the receiver. This is set to receive true, and it's on frequency 1, so it's connected. And this is receiving all the bog earth. Look at all this bog earth that we've generated so far. It's fantastic. Just before we do this, actually, I'm going to grab some sand very quickly and just put some into the network so that we're creating more bog earth, so that we can watch the bog earth come in to the chest while we're working, because that's always fun. You got to enjoy yourself while you do all this cool stuff. So I got diamonds in my energy condenser. All the junk from the quarry is going into. I'm gonna make just a ton of sand. Let's get, I don't know, let's get 4 stacks or so, and then we'll just shove the diamond back in there and use up the rest of the sand that we don't need. All right, so sand should be coming out of here, I believe. Yep. So if I just shove all the sand into this box, you can see it's coming out. It's going to go into this diamond transport pipe, and it's going to get filtered out properly. So it's getting filtered out. It's going go down into the Carpenter, and then once the Carpenter has more than just 1 stack of stuff, so the reason why it's not making bog earth is because it needs these 1 pieces of sand here as part of the recipe. So it'll never use up everything. But see, now it's starting to evenly distribute the sand out, and as you can see, it creates the bog earth when it has enough to do it. See, it's using the water, it's using the mulch and stuff like that, and everything else is getting refilled. Everything is back into the network and is getting refilled. So actually, I don't know where the mulch is. Mulch should be coming out of here as well. I think it's not coming out because of the dirt, but that's fine. I'll go look at it after. There's more than enough mulch in there. And as you can see, there's some stuff coming out, getting sucked into the obsidian transport pipe as well. So that's fine. We should have a whole bunch of bog earth coming back to the peat bog now. So let's go check that out. And then we'll hook it all up so that the bog earth goes into the actual peat bog generator and starts planting the bog earth so that we can then harvest it and make the peat bars. Oh my God, it's so fantastic. There we go, look at that, just like magic. These are magical pipes. God, they're so fantastic. And actually, if you have a really crappy computer and you find that you're lagging a lot or you're getting a lot of frame rate tearing and stuff like that because you've got just a mess of pipes everywhere. If you're anything like me, you like to overcomplicate pipes and see stuff moving around. That's the main reason why I play Tekkit. I love it. But if you're having problems and your computer is spewing fire out the back of it because it can't handle it, these teleport pipes will actually cut down on that, especially if you got them set up like this, where you just have like 1 pipe connecting to a chest and stuff like that. It'll drastically improve performance. So if you have really big, messy pipe networks, make the investment, use some diamonds, get some of these teleport pipes up, and you'll notice some big differences. Okay, so here we go. Tons of bog earth coming into the chest here. Now, I've got cobblestone pipes to use, which is probably a good thing because they're going to run alongside this stone pipe but not connect. So that'll be fine. So we've got this insertion pipe here. We're going to, I don't need my wrenches just for now. Well, actually I do. I need this wrench. I got my redstone engine there too, which will power the output. It's going to be a little bit messy, but it shouldn't be a huge problem. Basically what we want to do is, we'll move this torch. We want to get everything out into this, into a pipe network around here, come back around to the insertion pipe, and then if it can't go in, we want to pipe it back in. So we're just going to make a little square basically. And what we can do is, we'll just put this here for now. We can use the wrench to readjust it. We'll put our insertion pipe next to the peat bog generator. Let's get this advanced wooden transport pipe set up here. And now if I use my wrench, see, I can just right click and then boom, look at that. You can also get it, you can also stop wooden transport pipes from doing stuff as well, which is fantastic. So we'll just take 1 piece of bog earth because all we want to come out of here is bog earth, and I can't do that. I'll just have to hit it with chicken. There we go. So bog earth is going to come out of there. We're going to grab this cobblestone transport pipe. We don't need the insertion pipes anymore. And we're going to have it come around here like this. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit messy. Oh, and actually, it's not going to connect with the cobblestone with this insertion pipe. Let me just try to place it back down and see if that works instead. That's a real shame, actually. I didn't realize that. No, look, you can't actually do it. I think you need stone transport pipes, which is kind of annoying, actually. I only brought cobblestone with me. So I'm going to have to go back and get some stone pipes. Well, you learn something new every day. You can't connect cobblestone pipes to insertion pipes. Who would have thought? I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I've got my stone pipes. Here we go. Insertion pipe. Let's get the stone pipes. We're going to have to use an iron transport pipe as well for the ones that run along the side, which is a bit of a shame, actually. Come on. Here we go. So stone pipe now, and this is where we're going to have to place the iron transport pipe. Stone pipe here. We're going to have to adjust this so that it only comes this way, and that's fine. So now anything... Actually, it'll try to filter out here too. We're going to need another iron transport pipe coming out of here too, because we don't want the stuff coming out of the peat bog to go into this chest. We want it to go back down into this pipe network. So that's fine. 2 iron transport pipes. This one is set up so that the output goes into the chest, and this one is set up so that the output goes back down this chain here and then into the tool shed, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to also have to steal a redstone torch, I think, because I didn't bring one. God, I'm being a bit of a noob today. Let's finish up with these pipes anyway for now, and then we'll worry about that after. So there we go. Everything is going to get pumped out of this chest. It's going to try to go into the peat bog generator. If not, it'll go back into the chest and try again, which is fine. So that takes care of our overflow. We don't need to set up any crazy obsidian pipes or anything like that. It'll just try where it can to fill it in, and if not, it'll just go back into the pipe network. I'll just grab this. I just need one of these, so I'll just grab some redstone out of here as well. Sorry about this. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? But it's always the way. You always end up forgetting one thing. There we go. We got a redstone torch. I can hear stuff getting collected by the obsidian pipe. I love that little popping sound it makes. So good. I need to work on beautifying the compound as well, actually. Not that it... I mean, to me, this looks okay, but... Be nice to have some trees and like some flowers and maybe some other stuff around here just to beautify it a little bit. That would be nice. Okay, here we go. Redstone torch. We're going to shove this down here. Power up this redstone engine. Now look, see this wooden transport pipe is inactive at the moment because I used my wrench on it and it doesn't have a location to pull from. But now look, if I right click on it, see that solid bar appears, and now we should see some bog earth coming out. There we go. Just like that. Fantastic. Good stuff. How are we doing for energy here as well? Oh, look. It won't let me go in because I got my wrench. We got 5 bars there and 5 bars there. That's okay. I'll go fill that up after. So here we go. We don't have any bog earth in here at the moment, but in a moment, we'll have bog earth automatically pumping into it, which completes the automation of peat bar generation. Oh my God, that is fantastic. You got to admit, that's pretty fantastic stuff. Look at that. It's all going in here now, and it's getting used up as soon as it enters. Look, we got more bog earth coming in from the basement of my house where it's being manufactured at an alarming rate. I mean, it's like an overload of bog earth. We got some dirt coming back out of the pipe, which I totally forgot about. That's actually kind of annoying. I forgot that the byproduct of that was going to come out, and it's not actually going down there, which is kind of annoying. It's going down there sometimes, just not all the time. So it looks like we're going to get some dirt back in the chest at some point. It's going to go down the wrong way here, and then it's going to work its way back around, try to insert itself, and not be able to, and then it's going to make its way... Oh no, it's not even going... Ah, that's because I've connected that up wrong. Here we go. That's better. Now it's gonna. Now the overflow system is actually working. I didn't have it right at the start, but it should be fine now. It should go back into the chest. So we're gonna get a bit of dirt into this chest, which is okay. I mean that's fine. We can use the dirt. We can send the dirt back via a teleport pipe or something like that back to the basement, where we can hook it back into that network and create more bog earth with it. So there we go. That's fine. Okay, well, my brain hurts. I need to go take a little bit of a nap and recover. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something or two about pipes. God, there's so many pipes in Buildcraft. I mean, we're only scraping the surface here. Like, this is only the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other amazing pipes that you can do really cool stuff with, which I'm really looking forward to getting into, actually. But the next big job is going to be to centralize the engines, like I said. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the next episode. I got my work cut out for me. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it logistically, and I also need to let that quarry run a bit longer because I need more ores and stuff like that, and stuff that's worth actually energy condensing so that I can get more diamonds and stuff like that. All the cool stuff that I need to make all these cool machines and stuff. Okay, well, as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.